came ready to play, baby. Ole Miss did too. This is a good game. I will say this is the best game out of all the games so far. This is the best games. Out of the 4 games, this is the best one. Now the big question is, Georgia look like they going to finish them. It just feel like Georgia going to finish them. Georgia defense stepping up. Although Ole Miss wide receivers and tight ends kind of dropping the ball, it still feel like Georgia going to win this game. Now, my thing is, I got Indiana going to beat Oregon. I got Indiana beat Oregon. So Indiana is going to be in the national championship game. My other question is, can Miami do their thing versus Georgia? Because it look like Georgia finna be there. Georgia and Miami going to be a big game. Georgia and Miami should be a big game. I think this game will Ole Miss them over. I don't see them coming back. I just don't see it. I can't see Ole Miss getting back into this game. They shouldn't have went. They should have 13 points instead of 12. They shouldn't have went for that 2-point conversion. They players ain't making the catches when they need to make them. So, to me, it's going to come down to Georgia versus Miami. That's going to be the best game because Indiana should put a they should do, Indiana should do Oregon. If Oregon make it to this chip, I will be surprised. If Oregon make it to the chip, I will be surprised. But I really believe Miami or Georgia, and y'all, I don't want to say it like this. Carson Beck versus Georgia going to be a whole lot of talk. Carson Beck versus University of Georgia going to be a whole lot of talk. Now, he don't want to win that game. They might come out and thump. They might come out and thump my Georgia, but I'm kind of going with Kirby. So in my mind, I know Miami could possibly make it, but I'm kind of leaning towards Kirby. I think Kirby going to get it. I think Kirby. So Georgia and Indiana playing in the chip. That's who I'm going with. Y'all tell me who y'all going with. I got Indiana and Georgia, or Georgia and Indiana, however you want to call it. Miami may be able to do something versus Carson Beck. With Carson Beck. I just don't know, y'all. But this Georgia and Ole Miss game is the best one out of all the games so far, all the playoff games. Now, remember last year, playoff, the teams that had a bye week all took a goose egg. They lost. This year, 2 teams lost, 2 teams advancing. So now we gonna see what the theory is. Why they feel like these teams lost. Are these teams just that good, the 2 that made it, and last year's teams weren't that good? But hey, let me see what y'all talking about though. Madison, what's good? Virginia Heat. Brandon, what's happening? Yeah, hey, college football all day. So, Brandon, what's happening? JB, you say these games been crazy. You know what's funny? I told my business partner, I said, bruh, I think Lane Kiffin at the game. Like, they're right there in what? New Orleans? Baton Rouge is right there to New Orleans. Like, when I was in New Orleans, we rode to Baton Rouge just like that. It's an easy, right there. That man there, he is there. I wish he was calling the plays. I wish he was there versus Ole Miss acting stupid. Y'all, they going to have to do something with this schedule, or Ole Miss should let their coach play. Like, Ole Miss, you might not never make it back. Ole Miss might not never make it back. They might not never make it back. So if I'm Ole Miss, I'm going to ride this out. And if I'm Lane Kiffin, I know you done played in these chips before, but bruh, Ole Miss, you done took them this far. Why give up the keys? Why get out the car and say, I don't want to drive? Nah, I'd have told, I don't know, we'd have had to work this out. I'd have had to coach in this. I'd have had to coach. But hey, I hope he make it there with LSU, but he could have did it With this squad, he would be a legend in Ole Miss, man. Virginia, you say I want anyone to win the championship but Oregon. I think Oregon won't get that. I think Indiana going ha. I think Oregon finna give it to them. I mean, Indiana gonna give it to Oregon. Got time you say Indiana gonna wax Oregon again? I want them to. I feel like they will, though. It ain't that I got anything versus Oregon. It's just the Indiana head coach is on a run. That man on a run. That boy on a mission. Like, I think this his year to complete it. I'm assuming they going to make a good run next year because they schedule might line up. They in the Big Ten. You know, Big Ten really don't have nobody, but I guess now you could say Indiana and Ohio State. That's all they really got. And, well, Utah got Michigan. I mean, Michigan has the Utah coach, and the Utah coach, y'all bring in all his, like, I say, boy, them boys don't want to play with old boy. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like the coaches that are left at Utah was like, nah, coach, I'm coming with you. We going to Michigan. A lot of the Utah coaches going to Michigan, so maybe they feel like Kyle got forced out of there. I think Kyle finna try to win him a chip. Boy, he like, boy, look here. Michigan good. Yeah. Sabrina, yeah, a lot of the Utah coaches are going to Michigan with that they former head coach. JB, you say, I never forgive you. For, hey, listen, y'all, I can't tell y'all no lie. JB, them gloves were so fresh. I don't know where they at to this day, but Oregon got some amazing colors, y'all. I'm talking about, ooh, that black and green be looking so good. That black and green be looking good. Brandon, you say Oregon has already paid to make the chip. As much as I want Indiana to go, they just didn't pay enough. Dog. Well, Oregon didn't look like they had that type of offense that'll get out there and do you. Virginia, you say I was hilarious in Oregon. Yeah, I loved it. I loved every bit of Oregon. It was cold. I almost missed my flight. It was worth it. Y'all, that 23 year was amazing. Like stadium-wise, I was all over there on that West Coast. Woo, I was over there living it up. Everybody that be living it up. Golly. Y'all know that portal opened up. That transfer portal opens up tonight. What time it is right now? It opened up in 2 more hours on the East Coast. It's about to get real. In Central, it opens up in 3 hours. In the Midwest, it opens up in 4 hours. Yeah. Whoo, it's about to get real, y'all. It's about to get real tomorrow. JB, say Colin flying everywhere Friday. I wasn't I got so tired, I said, listen, only way, if God see fit to allow me to travel like that again, I don't need to work the rest of the week at all. Shut me down. If you get me out there Friday, Saturday, and I come back Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I don't need to do nothing. I need to chill. Yeah, that portal about to open. It's finna get wild. Virginia, you say you don't like that CU has no money to buy. I think they're gonna have to come up with some cash. They got to come up with cash to be competitive. We finna see, cause somebody did a breakdown of all the people in the Big 12 that's transferring out. Oklahoma State has the most because they fired their coach, and then the new coach might be telling guys like, hey, we ain't keeping y'all. So North Texas, a lot of North Texas players will go to Oklahoma State. North Texas got a lot of good players. So Oklahoma State is probably going to be very competitive this year. Auburn got South Florida coach. South Florida has some dogs. Them dogs about to go to Auburn. So Auburn probably going to be, I'm going to say about 8 wins this year. 7 at the worst case scenario. Who else got a team doing that? Southern Miss coach went to Memphis. Some of them players going to go to Memphis. Tulane went to Florida. Some of them players going to go from Florida to Tulane. I mean, from Tulane to Florida. Yeah. It's real out here, y'all. It's a lot of transfers going on. Sabrina, you said Nick Williams at Florida State. Yeah, he is. He is. He is. He is. Miss Willis, what's good? Happy New Year. JB, you say you was wide from 4. Imagine I hit 8 that year. I was beat. But I figured out how to do it now. If that's in my calling card again, I figured out how to do it. I figured out exactly how I'm going to do it. But yes, y'all, I'm telling y'all now, feel like Georgia going to finish them, Ole Miss. Then it's going to be Georgia versus Miami. I don't know how that's going to really turn out, but I'm leaning towards Georgia. Georgia. I'm leaning towards Georgia. And I got Indiana over Oregon. I think that's going to be a good game. If Indiana come to play the versus Oregon and Indiana come to play versus Georgia or Miami. Mr. Willis, you say I believe Georgia will win for real. Talking about win it all. Sabrina, you say LSU, Oklahoma, Texas have also. Yeah, they do. They do. Well, you know LSU will because they probably know some of the Ole Miss guys coming. That's another thing. Ole Miss probably, a lot of them, not a lot, but Ole Miss lose tonight. It's probably going to be soon as guys come in, they got they breaking news. They're out of there. But you know they probably going with Lane Kiffin. Jeannie, you said, Colin, do you know who has the most players? And I believe Oklahoma State. I think they got like, could be 45. Could be 45. Ms. Wills, you say Georgia, they do. They do. JB, you say, I feel like Georgia and Miami will be a defensive battle. It will. And whoever offense could pull it out. I know that Georgia running back, Nate Frazier be running. He be running. But I don't know if Georgia has a real pass game. I know that might sound crazy, but it don't feel like they have no real pass game. It feel like they rely strictly on the run, which may not be a bad thing. It just feel like they rely strictly on the run. Sabrina, you say Oklahoma State got the most? Yes, and they finna get a lot from North Texas. So North Texas probably got 25 to 30 too. Well, I know they heavyweights going. I done seen the big boy quarterback, big boy wide receiver, big boy safety from North Texas. If I'm that coach, I'm calling out. Yeah, come on. Yep. Come on. Yeah. Let me see what we got. Yeah. Come on. And that one pretty good. Y'all gonna have to battle. What you want to do? But come on. I be trying to load up. Y'all, I be trying to load up. Because it's finna get real. In 2 hours on the East Coast, 2 hours on the East Coast, a lot of players finna be picking their schools. A lot of players, and you know what? The quarterback money, y'all, is up there. I think they already said, now, you know the portal don't open till tonight. They was already confirming, which we know is common sense, y'all. Certain coaches that move, like Utah gonna have Utah players go to Michigan. It's just gonna be like that. If I'm that Utah coach, I'm taking my best one. Say, come on, bring it to the Big Ten, baby. Like, I'm gonna get you more money and everything. So I hope the Michigan coach does well. Y'all, Lane Kiffin gonna have my attention, y'all. He had my attention while he was at FAU, because you know that's a Florida school. I'm a Florida boy. So he had my attention. I'm going to give it to him again. I got to see what he going to do. I got to see what that boy going to do with LSU. Because I'm pretty sure this man is at that game. He could be at the crib watching it, but why? You could be right at the stadium. Sabrina, you say, I wonder if players on high. They already done jumped in there. I don't know if the superstars are jumping in there. But it's guys, you know they guys be highly rated. So they're going to get love. It's just who going to want them. Hey, I'm going to cut out. I may come back on. For this channel, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good with this one. Nah. Hey, JB, I'm good. Because college football, I can cover everything. College football, I can cover everything. And, of course, I can cover Coach Prime and everything that's going on. But I could lock in on this channel and cover everything. Yo, a piece of me really thinking about it. I might do it right now. I got one more channel. I know I got like 2 channels, but I got a 3rd one. And I told y'all last year I thought Arch Manning was going to do good. I might come back and do one on his. But, hey, blessings to y'all. Holla at y'all. Holla at y'all. Holla at